Good morning. This is a 2007 Chevrolet Cobalt. I'm going to be changing the ignition switch. I'm trying not to sneeze on the camera, but my allergies are acting up right now. So if I do, I'm sorry. There underneath of the bottom cover is 3 7mm bolts. Let's see if I can get that in the shot here. You got 2 there, and you got 1 up here. I want to verify the connections for the electronic portion of the switch, so I'm going to take this side off as well, which might be just as easy to take it off and get it out of the way. I stuck my finger into this hole after unlocking it, pulled on the opposite side here, grabbing the keyhole, and rotate the whole thing down, and it should come apart in 2 parts. And it does clip back together, so make sure you put them back together before putting the whole thing on. Alright, let's raise the steering wheel back up. Alright, so here's the electrical connection for the electronic side of the ignition switch. That seems to be good. No wires broken. Now, here it is. We'll put the key in. There's a little hole on top. Let's see if I can zoom into that. Yeah. Let's put a pick there. There's the hole that removes the detent that holds the key in. Alright, let's see if we can do this one-handed. Alright, zoom back out. I don't know what was going on there. It was making a noise. Here's our cylinder. That spring goes into here. So the replacement for this lock cylinder is only the lock cylinder and the blades that are inside of it. It's a very poor design, in my opinion, that has little blades instead of the normal style tumblers. I'm going to put this thing in the lock position real quick. Alright, so this is in the lock position. You'll see all of the blades on the front side and the back side. Those do all come out of there. But we're not going to be reusing this portion of it. We're going to be reusing the one that we got from the local parts store here. So we'll go ahead and take this guy apart. Now, with your key being in the right spot, all of these are completely flush under the edge. So make sure to put it back that way. What is this thing doing? I'd say this thing's probably got some electrical issues going on. So we're going to stick our key, hopefully, back in here. And that's not going to work. So we'll grab this, because it should go in there. It does go in there. No, it's off. Just so we don't kill our battery. Now, make sure that the key's tumblers are not completely gone. She said that she's had this key for 20 years, and it looks perfect. The speedometer was jumping up and down. Alright, I'll come back when they bring the ignition switch. So I've gotten the first pin in following these instructions here. So what you want to do, you want to find a starting point and then work your way to the opposite end. So in my opinion, it was easier to start from the key head in. I pulled the first tumbler and spring out, and it's easiest to use a 90-degree pick. Get under the edge of it and pop it up out of there. This side I'll be able to maybe show. Let's see. Let's just find out. Here, we're going to take our 90-degree pick. Get just inside of where the key actually rides. And pry it up. Now you'll have a bag that has a bunch of different tumblers inside of it. But if you get lucky, this key would have already been replaced. This one says number 4. So number 4 is going to be our next slot. You have to have a spring and the tumbler. The springs are very small. Let's see. Very small. So be mindful of that when putting them in. They switch back and forth from one side to the other. So this side is going to be your very end tumbler. You flip it over and do your very next side. Make sure you put your spring in first, put your tumbler in, and then press it into place until it clicks. And yes, it'll click. I've done this one already, and it works like it's supposed to. So I want to finish this up, and then I will start back at the very end of it. One finished tumbler. Every one of these have a number on them. And if they're not worn off, you can see them from this angle. Here, let's see if I can zoom in there. And wow, where did it go? There it is. Is it going to focus? Probably not. It's too small. Anyways, on the edge of all of these tumblers where the springs are, you'll have a number. Like this one, for instance, is 4. The one in front of it is 3. The one in front of that is 5. I'm not going to call out the other side of it just in case someone tries to match a key up or something, which I don't know who would want to steal a Chevrolet Cobalt, but I digress. Hey, there's a couple other things that we still have left to do. We have whatever this piece is, and then we have the spring that goes on the opposite side of it. Now, in the instructions, it tells you exactly where everything goes. You only got one spring, and it's for the piece that holds the outer sleeve on, and it clips into this groove here, I think, or under here. It clips under here. The other one pushes down inside of there. Now you want to make sure to put it back exactly how it came out, so give me a second and I'll show you how that goes. Now be mindful here, everything is extremely small. The spring, I almost lost it. So the spring goes in the end of this piece here. I can't put it together with one hand, but that's where that one goes with the spring. The weird J-shaped one goes inside of here, looking like that. And then once the other side is together, you'll be able to slide it into your sleeve. Alright, I've got it held down on the detent. Now, you have to put the key in, so you're going to be able to test your work. Now, let's get the key. The key is officially in place. All of your tumblers are completely smooth with the outer edge. I mean, for the most part anyways. And then slide it down to its home until it clips into place. Now the groove that is cut down the most here is where your key is actually going, or your detent is going to actually be. Now we'll turn the key on. It wakes. We'll turn the key off and remove the key, and it wakes. So now we'll go ahead and put the key back in. Make sure that our location inside of there is somewhat accurate. Let's see if I get this light on. Come on. Alright, so the flat side of your key aims towards the bottom, like so, with the ignition switch off. May very well have to turn the key on to be able to do this, but we're going to try it without. No, yeah, I got to turn it on. So we're going to stick in our key. Alright, our key is back on. We're going to turn the tumbler into the on position as well. Maybe. It's in the right spot, so. Why are you playing with my emotions? Oh, you know, you gotta be a little smart sometimes. Key doesn't come right back out. That's good. It comes out of the hole. That's good. Maybe this is another problem here. What are you doing? Oh, yep. She's got some electrical issue. Alright, with it put back in the park, the clicky's gone. She's got a bad electrical switch too. Either that or an actual electrical problem.